Hi guys! I've just found this new style of content that's basically just those Technoblade rant videos. Shit. School started back up for me like 2 weeks ago, and I want to talk about it. Because it's been bloody chaos. And frankly, way more than any other year has started off. What are you two doing? So on the first day, I woke up like an hour early, just completely idling. Because, my sleep schedule is still adjusted for the another door stream I did. Yeah, that stream I woke up at like 4:30 a.m. and my sleep schedule did not fix itself. So I thought I was gonna drive off and get to school early. Nah. There's some context. I cannot drive myself. Nope. Nuh-uh. Hey, look, I won. But yeah, I have to be a leech on my dad's driving. Now I have a driver's license. The problem is I don't have a car to drive. So we were meant to leave at like 7:25 in the morning to be a bit early. But then my dad decided to do some stuff that we were meant to do a few days earlier. Stuff like fill my lunch account up with money so I can eat lunch. And fill the tires with air so they don't pop on the way to school. So we ended up leaving at like 7:35. I ended up like 5 minutes late to my first class. Bleh. Now I finally arrive at school like 5 minutes late because traffic was really bad for some reason. I'll get to that later. And I just get thrown into some random seat near the door. Who cares? Now the class in my first hour is statistics, which means it's meant to be pretty calm. It is anything but. It's inhabited mainly by seniors, which, would be fine in itself, except half the seniors had the teacher in previous classes. And straight off the bat, the guy right in front of me was on his MacBook with his screen mirroring to his phone playing Clash of Clans. Cause I don't know why. So yeah, once all that was figured out, I find out that this is my school's first year offering a non-AP statistics class. So to put it simply, the teacher has no clue what the heck he's doing. That's just awesome. While this is being explained, the guy in front of me, not the guy next to me, he was talking about some shit like, it's like wiping your butt before you poop. So that's great. Thank you for these words of wisdom, guy in front of me in my statistics class. So after a while it ends and I go to my second hour, which is government. Honestly, there's not too much special about this one. I say as in the script, my paragraph for government class is like the longest. My friends who are seniors have told me about the teacher. He's pretty chill. Except he goes on really long tangents. Tangents so long and talking so slow that we get like 2 vocab words a day through. That is pathetic. And the first icebreaker project thing where I have to draw stuff about me. I don't know. The first one of those is in that class. Some like hexagon thing that I did at 9:30 p.m. the day before it was due. Like, I don't care about making a hexagon. I want to know how George Washing Machine hated political parties. On to the next class, English. And the first day we were immediately thrust into ACT prep. And for some reason, the lights were so goddamn dim. It is not bright enough to write a 5-paragraph essay in here, bro. It also had one of those icebreaker projects, but it wasn't graded, so I just did not give a fuck to turn it in. I just used the time we were meant to have to do the icebreaker project because I got the essay done like 30 minutes early because I'm a pro. I just spent the time playing Rain World in my Artificer campaign. God damn it, everyone left. So anyway, my next class is cooking class. And immediately on the first day, the teacher went on like a 30-minute long tangent about the AI policy. Not hating on AI, let me be clear. Just glazing AI, and I looked at her so skeptically, like the entire time. Like, really? You're letting the Amazon bird down for this? Okay, no, why did I turn American? Yeah, after all that, someone I've known for like a year exclusively online But I know she goes to the same school as me. She has the screen name Trans Loser. For some reason. She just randomly popped it. It was like, hey. She was not the expectation of a... What am I saying? She was a 5'2", like, munchkin man. With, like, not even a hint of femininity. She had, like, a voice deeper than mine. And even more acne written than me. What? And then this class somehow assigned 2 separate icebreaker projects. What are we doing? Like, I thought we were gonna cook some fucking pancakes, not do some all about me bullshit. So anyhow, the class after that is robotics, which has another teacher that has no clue what the fuck he's doing. Right, I was in it expecting a teacher because he was the only robotics teacher in the entire school, and then the school decided, nah, let's hire another one. He is so, like, confused. He does not know how to run the class. Like, he doesn't even know how to do attendance. We have to pass around, like, a sheet of paper to mark ourselves as in attendance. Anyhow, the people who are sitting next to me, I'm pretty sure they're in, like, a gay polycule. Cause they be zesty, yo. One of them grabbed a ruler from somewhere and just started slapping another guy's ass. And he did nothing to try to get him to stop. They also swapped stools at one point and sniffed the stools before sitting down. Like, guys, get a room. Get a room. Get out of here. Finally, I could go to lunch. Now this is my first third lunch experience. I usually have the, like, very first lunch, which is never a very good idea, actually. My old lunch group last year, it was a bunch of people I knew, except during second semester, a bunch of the people I knew left, and the only people that were still there were a bunch of nerds that were just talking about Dungeons and Dragons all the time. I decided not to stay there for next year, or I guess this year. So I somehow got to the lunch table with all the sped kids. Not my proudest moment, I shall say. Honestly, there isn't even that much to say about the sped kids. They are not the weirdest, actually. Although I do have a funny story. One of the kids was trying to ask a girl out. She also is at the lunch table, but at the time she was suspended. So I lended him my phone to text her, because apparently he can't text her at all. But I had her contact. So he was just texting her on my phone, asking her out. It all went well in the end. Turns out she had a crush on him too. After lunch, I had to go to psychology class, which, oh no, they're making us go in a circle. Yeah, we had a really weird icebreaker where we had to make, like, an alliteration thing for our names. For example, Quackin' Quinula. I am not a duck. Do not make me quack. And we had to memorize every person before us's alliteration. I was in the middle, right after a group of 5, like, generic girls. So, of course, it did not go very well for me. I had no clue. But, you know, who cares? Other than that, there's not much to say. It's just psychology. Psychology is why do I have a banana? And finally get to my last class, physics. Now, this is the only class of the day where it wasn't completely packed to the brim. It had like 7 people in total. I would say that if it didn't get disbanded because it only had 7 people in total. So yeah, it got swapped with third hour psychology. Dude, I'm so bad at this. So it got replaced with third hour physics, which moved my English class to 7th hour. So now every one of my classes is completely cramped full. That's great. It's great. I had one opportunity. I had like 5 days where I could calm down for the last class of the day, and now it's gone. I can never have peace. You want to know a fun fact about this school? This is what I was gonna say. I was gonna talk about later. This school is completely packed to the brim and then some. When it was first built, it was meant for like 50% of the students it has today. Yeah, traffic was completely fucked. The hallways are just always full of people. All my classes are cramped and chaotic. I'm back to the psychology class. Our first project was making like a note card that was describing a famous psychologist or whatever. Well, this dumbass teacher decided that on the most creative project, he AI generated the template we were meant to use. This is fucking stupid. Not only are there so many art students in class, not just that I know. You could have asked any art student in the school, let alone your class. You could have just like crudely drawn up it yourself. Like what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? We're burning down the. People told me physics class would be the most boring class, and well, you know, mine is now packed full of students, and also we're making paper airplanes for whatever reason. Drop a comment down below if any of your physics classes has you making paper airplanes. Oh yeah, in my statistics class, when we were grading my homework, for some reason, my teacher brought out the fucking Among Us stamp when grading my homework. I'm out of shit to say.